Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of Q&A series I'm doing. I'm just trying to answer all your guys' questions.
I know no one's here, but I'm speeding it up.
I know that I've announced that we have like 4 channels on the go, and we have the gym, and we have so many other things going on with Ramadan. I'm really behind on editing. There's a series of videos I'm going to do on this channel regarding my Ramadan experience and my Kuwait experience in general, so just be patient with me. I'm a little bit behind on the editing, so we'll get there. So let's get to it. All right, so just going to continue with the questions.
So busy.
Goral World Oracle asks, question, why haven't you sought out paid partnerships and sponsors? There are apps you can join that will help with that. So there's like a few reasons. One of those reasons is that I don't really like advertising other people's products unless I really, unless it's something that I really enjoy. For example, Lush, which doesn't happen because they don't really do sponsorship videos. Maybe they do now, but they didn't for a long time.
What is she going to promote on Lush?
I just really don't enjoy it. It's just not something that, I can't be fake about it. Like, I can't just promote a product if I don't really like it. Maybe in the past I was more enthusiastic about it. As a new YouTuber, I used to do things like Teamy and all that. Although Teamy, I did drink their tea, so I did like some of their products. But I'm not going to promote a company if I don't use their products. I do get emails from companies. I think one was like a protein cereal, and I was like, I wouldn't eat that. So why am I going to advertise it just for money? So that's not something I do. Second, I think, they expect you to have kind of a more cleaner image when it comes to promoting their products, their company. I get that. I totally get that. So, and
but you cleaned up your
image. I'm totally fine not promoting any companies. It's just something I'm not really into. All right, this is a comment that
you're St. Miriam
from Kimby. Oh, and thank you, the previous person, for your question. I love the direction your channel was going up to the B-Day when you met Frank. The interaction between you and the audience seemed very sincere, and the chemistry was awesome. You seemed more genuine and even happy a lot of times. It would be so awesome to one day see a Beezer reunion where we can face call and we can put faces to names. Thank you, Kimby, for your comment. So I
watch this. It's so fucking. She will not stop fidgeting with that hijab. It's so annoying.
I was thinking about this a lot, and I sometimes do miss things about
thank you for
how I used to do my content and everything. Obviously,
thank you.
We all miss things from our past. But mentally, spiritually, everything is so different about me. Not personality-wise. I still, I'm kind of silly. I still do struggle a lot with mental health problems and with anger issues and things like that, and being triggered and stuff like that. That hasn't really changed much. I mean, I'm doing maybe a lot better than not lashing out every single day. But I would say that the type of life I had then attracted a certain audience. Right now I'm in a transition period, and a lot of that audience has fallen off or has been blocked. Yes, because a lot of it was a trolling. A lot of it was sometimes, when I wasn't in my right state of mind, as you know, I was going through a lot, and I documented all of that a lot. I was going through an abusive relationship. I was going through several addictions, and I just needed an audience, to vent to open up to. It was like therapy for me. And I'm not saying that an audience is a replacement for medical therapy. That's not what I'm saying, but it still helped me. So I had a community of people there for me, and I really appreciate that at that time of my life. But now things are different in my life, and honestly, I don't know where people say that I'm not happy. I think it's just speculation. You don't really see what's going on when the camera's off. But I'm a lot more at peace right now with my life. I enjoy that I'm not on any substances. I enjoy that. Yes, I still struggle with food, but that I think will always be the case.
I have her sped up, by the way.
I'm a lot happier in a lot of different ways. So the audience, dynamic is not the same as it was. I understand that it might have been it was a lot more fun back then for certain people. But I think I'm just, growing up, and
yes,
I'm just,
your life is
yes, at my fine ripe age. But I think maturing as a person has nothing to do with your age number, with your chronological age at all. We see that a lot on here online. So I just, I'm trying to mature even more, and
you're almost 40 years old.
My life is in a different direction.
Hi.
I never expected it to go this way,
for watching
but I'm very happy that this is the path that's been set up for me, and I'm going to embrace every moment of it. So while I do miss some things, it's nice to look back and go, oh, this was funny. That's the extent it goes for me, really. And anyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome as long as you're respectful. If you say something to me, like I know a lot of people were upset about being blocked and it's isolating your audience. It's isolating a part of audience that's been toxic a lot of time and doesn't want the best for me. So for me, I will take that loss because it helps me mentally. So, and as a creator, I have a right to do that. I have a right to choose who I want in this space at any time that I find suitable.
No, you don't.
That's it. Thank you for your question, Kimby.
What, you think the Kardashians go and block people on Hulu from watching their show because they don't like them? You're a fucking idiot. You really are.
All right. Indica Brownie asked, how difficult was the decision to become a revert? What has been the biggest challenge in that process? I'm always curious about different religions and how they came to be. Also, why is it referred to as a revert and not a convert? Sorry if that's a stupid question. Well, Indica Brownie, I'm not going to lie and say there's no such thing as stupid questions, she because there are, but yours is not one of them. It's never stupid to ask about something that you don't have much understanding of. I am totally tolerant of those kind of questions. I'm still learning myself about Islam. I mean, I'm a new revert, but the short answer is no, it wasn't difficult. Okay, I should say yes and no, it is. The decision to revert, to become Muslim, to take the Shahada was not the difficult part. That was very easy because, you basically just need to acknowledge, you need to have basic understanding of Islam, but you also need to accept and swear to the fact that there's only one God and that Muhammad is his messenger. So I completely agree with that. The hard part for me is being a Muslim sometimes. Yeah, I want to be a good Muslim, but it's very, very hard.
It's
certain things, keeping my character, not breaking my character, not letting hate and anger into my heart, things like this.
Exactly. You just said it, Chantal, not breaking character. You just said it. Okay, do we want to listen to that again? This is all just a character for you.
And that Muhammad is his messenger. So I completely agree with that. The hard part for me is being a Muslim sometimes. I want to be a good Muslim, but it's very, very hard. Certain things, keeping my character, not breaking my character, not letting hate and anger,
not breaking your character,
things like this. Even the makeup thing. I'm wearing light makeup, but there's rules. There's guidelines set by Allah that are sometimes challenging, and I'm sure most Muslims feel this way. So I'm just trying to do my best and repent when I can and service to Allah. Thank you, Indica Brownie, for your question. I hope that answers it. Chickadee. Hi, Chantal. Oh, new series. Nice. I will be watching. Also, yes, thank you. Question. Did you ever think of putting out a special fragrance with Salah? Can he have a special scent made to order, or does he only have access to pre-made perfumes? Because that would be cool if you could have special scent of your own creation mixed and sold. Chickadee, I don't know if you saw, we do have a Beezer perfume. That's in the room. It's rose vanilla scent. He does have a warehouse where him and his business partner.
Okay, first of all, I know nobody has really listened to me about this, but anyway, so Salah's father lent Murad money to open the business, and as part of the deal, Salah is on the paperwork, but Salah has absolutely nothing, no income, no nothing to do with this business. Murad has already repaid Salah's father the money that was lent to him. Or, who knows if it was actually Salah's father. It might have been Chantal. But anyway, he's on the paperwork just for bureaucracy issues. But he does not own anything. He does not receive any income. He has nothing to do with the business, Salah. He's just on the paperwork because of the loan.
And they make the fragrances themselves. They mix the fragrances with different scents, different essential
oils. She can lie. She can say anything.
I don't know what they use, but
Murad lives in the perfume shop where they make the perfumes with his family. That's where they live. He owns the business 100%. I know they have a Kuwaiti partner. That's just another thing. That's just on the paperwork. But it's Murad's business and Murad's business alone. Salah has absolutely nothing to do with it. He makes no income, nothing.
Yeah, they have like all the bottles, all the equipment, all the mixers. They have, scales. Like
the only reason Salah is with Chantal is because of YouTube and Canada. He has this impression that he's going to be YouTube famous. And before Salah, okay, so Allah got Salah a job when Chantal moved there. Salah did not continue to go to the job because Chantal did not want him to work and promised him money, just like she does with all of her men. So Salah had quit that job. So currently Salah is not working. That's the only reason he is still with Chantal, is because of her money. I know she doesn't make much money anymore, but she is supporting him 100%. There is no other income, no nothing. Salah does not have any money, and that's the only reason he is still with Chantal, so that he does not have to work, and so that all these little YouTube channels can pay for Salah's lifestyle. He does not receive absolutely nothing. Nothing is received from that perfume business.
He does everything. Like, they do everything themselves. Sometimes he comes home smelling of something nice. I'm like, oh, what is that? He's like, a new fragrance. So he does have that. So yeah, he can make a requested scent for sure. He can try to. So the Beezer perfume was just for fun. My favorite scent that he makes is rose vanilla. So he sells just to markets here in Kuwait. He doesn't ship internationally. So we're not looking to sell to anybody right now. I don't know. I know a lot of you want to try the perfume. So maybe inshallah one day we can, get you guys some samples or something. But we're not looking to profit off of selling internationally or anything like that right now. He's doing well in Kuwait, so mashallah. And yeah, but the short answer is yes, he can make any scents he wants to. They're not pre-made. Squeaky from, do you think it was necessary for you to become Muslim to marry Salah? Like, if he was fine with you not converting, would you have been fine marrying him as you were? So I actually made the choice to become Muslim. Salah is Muslim, but it wasn't like a requirement. Like, at first when I met him, I was like, I'm Christian. Is that a problem? And he was like, no, that's totally fine. Christians, and Muslims can marry. I mean, a Muslim woman has to marry a Muslim man, but as a Christian woman, I could marry a Muslim man, and vice versa. So it was a conversation though. Like, he would have just loved for me to of course learn more about Islam and become Muslim. So I kind of just like made that decision on my own. So it wasn't a requirement for him to do it. Just like wearing hijab is, he prefers me to be covered, of course. But if I was like, absolutely, I don't want to.
Of course he prefers you to be covered, because the way you dressed in Canada was disgraceful. Of course. Can you imagine her buying clothes that are five sizes too small? As it is, she buys these abayas in 5 sizes too small. But at least he can walk around with her and everybody can at least think she's pregnant. Possibly. I'm sure that's the only reason.
I don't want to do this. I think he would be okay with it. Especially like I'm not required to be Muslim. This is all my own spiritual learning on my own. But him being Muslim really helps. We do prayer together. It's really nice, and it connects us on a more spiritual level. So yeah, it's also a cultural thing as well. A lot of this, Kuwait has become a lot more open than a lot of different countries. So in the Middle East. So I think so. You do see women who are Muslim not covered. I honestly, in public, have yet to see so many. Most of the women I see are dressed in black and they wear niqab. That's like the majority of the women I see here.
Hey, Muslim people, women. But there are some who are more. Can y'all subscribe?
Have different ideology and everything like that.
Thank you.
It's traditionally Muslim women are ordered by Allah to cover at least their hair, cover their body, their hair, dress modest, so or be veiled. So I think he would prefer me to cover myself, but I don't think it would be like a super requirement for him. It wouldn't be a deal breaker because I wasn't covered and I wasn't Muslim when I met him. So Donnie asked, thank you for your question. Donnie asked, cost of living in Kuwait. The cost of living in Kuwait is, I would say, more affordable than Canada. One, we don't have to pay taxes here. Like, there's no income tax, there's no sales tax. So there's no tax at all. So that automatically is a big difference. You can find apartments for a lot cheaper than in Canada as well, like a lot cheaper. Of course, petrol, gas is so cheap. It's maybe like $20 on like a 6-cylinder. His Honda's like 6-cylinder. It's like $20 for like a week of like straight driving. Like, we drive quite a lot, so it's so cheap. But it's an oil country, right? So food is cheaper, a lot cheaper. You can get like a bag of 100 falafel. Is falafel? I don't know what the plural of falafel. The word falafel has now lost all meaning. When you say something so much. Anyway, so for like, I think it's like 1 kd, so like $4 for like 100 falafels. Where I used to get like 6 for like what, $10. So it's like super more affordable in a lot of ways. Gold is cheaper and it's higher quality carrots. Like this is 21 karat gold. So it's, you know, super affordable in a lot of ways for sure. Pretty much mostly everything. Kanita Metovic asked, where do you plan to travel? So inshallah, we want to go to KSA or Saudi Arabia. We want to go travel around the Middle East, different parts of the Middle East. I don't know, maybe Bahrain, Qatar, like fully explore it. I've been there like in transit from the one airport to another, but it looks like a really cool place too. Maybe UAE, like Dubai, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Maldives. We want to go to, like, if I get really fit, if I successfully get super fit to a point where I could trek a long way, a long
You're
enough
40
way,
years
we both
old.
want to really do Everest Base Camp. You know, I've always had this weird dream of wanting to go see Everest, and he does too. So that'll be my celebratory.
That means they're soulmates.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that little plane crashing, but I guess I can take something for that. Midnight, thank you for your question. Midnight Majesty asked, what do you use to edit your videos? So I use KindMaster. I've been using KindMaster mobile. I use, just like, honestly, lay in bed and edit on my, laying down on KindMaster, and I use PixArt for my thumbnails. Now Salah uses Filmora Wondershare for his gaming videos, and lay down. So, you know, thanks for your question. Oh, and it's affordable. I don't remember exactly how much it was. It just comes off of my credit card like automatically, so I don't really remember how much it is. I don't know. I can check and get back to you. Jack, Douglas, Beezer, if you could live anywhere in the world except Kuwait or Canada, where would you live? Honestly, I'm going to answer that, but between Kuwait and Canada, I think would be perfect. I think that would be perfect. I would probably want to live in the UAE, or I definitely like living in the Middle East. So either the Canada or the Middle East is probably where I would want to live for sure. I'm not really sure. Like, I haven't really explored other countries' possibilities, but, you know, maybe there's some cool European countries that would be nice to live in, but definitely between Canada and the Middle East would be cool. Jules, hey sweetie, I understand women in Kuwait have to wear hijabs, but is that all the time or just in public? I'm asking because I notice you wear yours in your videos from home as well, so I'm just curious. Thanks, and just keep on doing you, girl. So here, hijab is not a requirement. Somebody did answer to that as well. Lulu, I'm a Kuwaiti. Just letting you know that wearing a hijab in Kuwait and as a Muslim is not mandatory. It's a choice. Smiley face. So yes, that's true. But wearing a hijab as a Muslim, from my understanding and opinion, is that, you know, it's in the Quran, ordained by Allah to be veiled as a woman. So this is why I choose to do it. But it's not mandatory. That person is right. It's not mandatory. Like, you don't have to be veiled here. You won't, there's no morality police who will come and arrest you. So it's more open. And, you know, other people have different interpretations of the Quran. So who am I to judge that? But for me personally, anytime I am being seen by somebody who is not my husband or blood family member, then I have to cover. So that's why we're in the home when I'm doing videos, because I'm being presented to you guys and I have to cover for that reason. Thanks for your question. Kiwi 33, are you happy? That's all I want to know. I hope the answer is a giant yes. Kiwi 33, thank you. I'm really confused at how a lot of people, and I'm not directing this at you, Kiwi, because I do peripherally hear and see that people question my happiness. You know, they think that I have to be back on my kitchen chair, you know, in my whole mess just to be, you know, or high or whatever, just to be happy. And I wasn't happy then at all. Yes, I would say with a ginormous yes. I am super, super happy. 100%. Yeah, for sure. I mean, life still has ups and downs. I'm not going to be ecstatic every day, and I'm still going through hardships and growing as a person.
She's so happy.
But generally, yeah, thanks for your question. New York Stiletto asked,
they're both using each other.
Medication properly. How does it work? Do you go to doctors to get prescriptions? So thank you for your question.
Here's another line.
So it's a bit different here. I think some medications require prescriptions, I should say. But honestly, the medications I need, my inhaler,
we're all free. You should say.
Inhaler.
Hasn't even gone there yet.
And I have recently restarted. I actually came off of I'm on and off about antidepressants, but I have to realize I need them. Like, I just restarted them actually yesterday. So I literally, Salah will go into a pharmacy, any pharmacy here, and just say what I need. Like, I said, I need Cypralex, 10 milligrams, for example.
And it's free or something great. And
you get your medication. It's as simple as that. I'm surprised, but the pharmacist is very knowledgeable and will go through a lot of details, side effects, blah, 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 all that stuff, you know, so they're almost like a doctor. They really find what you need, but yeah, it's super affordable. It's like the name brand Cypralex in Canada was like $80 or something like that. Here it's like 4 KD, like, or something, or like maybe, I think it was like 8 KD, I think Salah said, like maybe. So yeah, like not very expensive, like 30 something. So like, I don't know. But yeah, so really not expensive at all. So different. And you can just walk into a pharmacy if they have it, and it's not something that's on their like controlled substance list. You know, I guess depression is pretty common, more common than I thought. So
yeah, because
therapy is very pricey, but they do have a
wonderful country
here. But these pills, I think, will once I'm back on them, I honestly, that's why I feel tired when I first get back on them, and it gets
You
into
don't
my
feel
system again. But I
anything
have
for
to,
2
now that I have
weeks.
cheap, easy access to them, I'm just going to stay on them because I'll do 10 milligrams until I start to feel they're not working anymore. And then honestly, when I would go for follow up with a psychiatrist to monitor my medication, and they would just ask me the same basic questions the pharmacist would ask, like how do you feel, blah blah blah, like little things like that that
Exactly.
anyone can ask. So I'm very happy about that. Very, very happy. I need my medication. Like
I honestly,
if I'm not on it, it's like night and day for me. You can really
I know this just sounds horrible, but I hate how everything is so fucking easy for her. I mean, honestly, like everything, she just gets away with everything in this world.
tell. Like I just, man, my mood swings are so crazy, and yeah, it's so hard for me to control my emotions. I'm working on it, but it's very hard. PR asks, when are you going home to Canada? I think I've answered this in like other ways through other questions. A lot of the questions are the same. You guys want to know, am I happy here? When am I going home? Yeah, I don't have a foreseeable date when I'm going home. I don't know. Everything is like just, I plan on being here for a while. We plan on doing some traveling. I'm not sure when I'll go visit home. I'm still not sure. So, but I'll let you guys know updates when I find out. Thanks, PR. Anita Metovic asked, how did you and Salah meet? How long did you know each other before marrying? Okay, so the short of it is we met in October, the beginning of October, and we married at the beginning of November, near the beginning of November. Yeah, so 1 month we knew each other, but I don't know. To me, there's no time frame to falling in love. Sometimes it's instant. Sometimes I think developing a relationship, sure, it takes time, but I kind of just do things fast. I kind of live fast, and it's hard to explain. Like I said, the story about it, a lot of people will think it's not, it's just BS because it sounds so, it sounds far-fetched. But honestly, I put my number on WhatsApp. I was fed up. I stopped looking at DMs. I said, I'm tired. God, please send me somebody who will take care of me, be the opposite of the abusive partner I was with before that. Please, please, please. I'm tired of these random meaningless datings and whatever else. The very next, I woke up to a WhatsApp message from Salah, and it was a sweet, sweet message. And it was just, from there, it just grew and grew and grew every day. We spent hours a day, So I would say it was condensed. Yes, it was a short amount of time, timeline wise, but each day we would video and spend time getting to know each other for the whole day, hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, she fucking does nothing fast. I swear to God. I mean, one day we'll travel. I love that pause. Like that pause. Yeah, exactly. Except get obsessed. I mean, it's like, yeah, one day we'll travel. One day we'll do this. One day we'll do that. I mean, it's like, fucking do it already. Jesus. It's like everything. I would hate to be around a person like that. Fucking, you have to pull teeth to get anything out of them.
Hours. So we grew closer together with every hour that we spent together. So it felt a lot longer that I knew him because of the quality time we spent together. So yeah, but it was basically a month, and then I was married.
You're still married.
It's not something totally out of character for myself. I don't know. Mimi, this is a joke one, and I'm going to end with this one for now.
This was useless.
Mimi's a beezer who makes me laugh. See, I love beezers who make me laugh. I don't. I need people there for me in my circle who just unconditionally.
When have you ever been unconditional?
People like that in life are rare. It's not that they have to agree with everything you do, but people don't, people who don't make you feel bad or berate you or are just there for you or make you laugh. I like people like that in my life, What did Sears ever do to you? I made a comment about Sears, like a derogatory comment about people wearing clothes from Sears. And I was angry, so I just said it, I think I have a vendetta against Sears because I used to have to wear the clothes so often, like between that and JCPenney as a kid growing up. People my step grandmother would always, even my mom, they would take me to Sears a lot. Sears was the thing back when I was growing up. I was born in 1984. So the mall would have a Sears, every mall would have a Sears, they have a one department store in every huge mall. Well, ours was Sears or JCPenney. So Sears, they always made me wear the ugliest. To me, I didn't care about clothes. I wanted Barbies. So I was always like, all these kids' clothes are ugly. They're all matching purple top, purple corduroys, or stirrup pants. You remember those? So I didn't like getting clothes. So I would always they would always make me bypass the Barbie section and go for the clothes because I needed clothes, right? Every school season starting. And Sears was just so drabby to me. There was just something about it. It was department store drabby. Everything was beige, brown, appliances, clothes. I saw the toy departments sometimes, but I didn't get a Barbie every time we went, and I always wanted a Barbie. And the cafeteria food was pretty crappy, but now that I look back on it, it makes me nostalgic to remember
Cafeteria.
The juice, the grape and red juice in those like coolers, and like rice pudding, like cafeteria rice pudding or Jello, and then like just fries with like lumpy gravy. Yeah, the food was pretty crappy. So
Really? Is that?
I don't know. There's just something about Sears that I just
food court.
I don't know what it is. But same with Zellers. Kmart, Zellers, Sears. I don't know. There's just something about department stores. I just
dirty, hot, and swollen. Exactly.
I just don't like it. I don't know why. Although growing up, my favorite show was Today's Special, and it took place in a department store. So, and even that one was like a beige, boring department store. I don't know. I have issues. So thanks, Mimi, for your question. All right, guys. So that's it for the Q&A. I don't know if I'll do another part soon, but now I'm gonna get on the editing of the vlogs that I've been wanting to put up for you guys.
Okay, so, I'm gonna put that on my
more activities on the vlog, and just mostly finishing up a lot of things left to do in Kuwait. There's a lot of things we didn't realize there are to do. So
thumbnail, dirty, hot, and swollen.
And so just getting out more, showing you like the different culture of Kuwait with museums and parks and different cultural centers. There's the Grand Mosque. There's all kinds of different things that we have done and are going to continue doing to show you. There's also a more fun side of Kuwait, but there's also my channel here plan on doing more personal related things, like day in the life and stuff like that, my Ramadan experience.
Day in the life. Yeah, when
anyway, I can hear
not that I care.
Let's go tend to him.
I really don't.
All right, guys. I thank you for watching.
This is extremely boring.
Video. Bye, guys.
Thank you all for coming. So if you could please subscribe. Thank you. See y'all later.